haven't streamed for a while, so I am getting familiar with everything. Actually, I have streamed for a while. I mean, because it's been a new year. But let's see. Testing. Mic seems good. Music sounds good or seems good. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, bear with me. Great, guys. Welcome to another stream with myself, Quick and Franco. I have to introduce myself. If it is your first time here, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I also have to assume it is your first time here because you're probably watching this as a playback. And Happy New Year. Last time I was here was December. Hope you've rested well. Today we have I'm looking at the, I don't know. Oh, that's why. I need to close this. Yeah, better. Okay, guys, yeah. We're here again. We're here again. So, where do I begin? Sorry, that was a bit loud. Yeah, guys, Happy New Year. You know, I've been working on a lot of things. If there's any playback, if you're watching live, let me know. I'll reduce it. But I'm working on a lot of things. You know, last year was a great year in many ways, and we're finally here. So the title of this stream, what is the title of this stream? The title of this stream is how to create brand guidelines, for Wordmarks. So right now it is Friday the 9th of January, and I've made an announcement that Akrivi Guideit will be available on the 13th of January, which is next week, Tuesday, and it would be available in the Akrivi Studio. Akrivi Studio is the only thing now, which includes Gridit, Presenter, and Guideit, which is currently 5 tools: base grid generator, logo grid generator, clear space grid generator, bento generator, and brand guidelines generator. So 5 generators to 10x your brand identity design. Brand guidelines so Guideit brand guidelines generator has almost 10,000 people on the wait list, 10,000 designers, which is insane. Thank you so much. I remember when I launched Gridit, I had 5,000 designers on the wait list. I think it was just over 5,000. Yeah, like 5,000 designers on the wait list, but this one is like twice as much. So yeah, thank you. Been working so hard on the tool, and it is going to change absolutely everything. And what my mission is for this, for Guideit alone. Hello, Outlaw Sam. Thank you so much for joining. What my mission is for Guideit alone is to make designers. I don't like just saying people. I think there's nothing wrong with it, but you know what I mean? But to make designers never buy a brand guidelines template again. Why? Because it is silly to spend money on a template and then edit it. I promise you, that is my mission, and I'm just so excited. So when you see people saying, buy the templates, no, don't buy the templates. You can just generate it for free. Guideit will be available for you to generate your brand guidelines for free from Tuesday the 13th of January. That rhymed. But anyways, okay. So with this, wait, I hope I wasn't. Oh yeah, that's cool. So with this video, what we're going to do, we're going to create a brand guideline for a Wordmark. We have this beautiful Wordmark here. Obviously, it's not a real brand, Outlaw Sam, I don't know if that's, yes, I'm guessing it's not good. With only 4.5. I should increase my volume. Okay, so that should be louder. Please let me know if that might be a bit too loud. Is that too loud? Testing. Okay, let me know if the volume's good or not. But yeah, Outlaw Sam said it's crazy how I only got this many subscribers on it. It actually is crazy, but actually I don't know. But I see why. I'm assuming you're saying it's not a lot. I understand why. I understand what I was doing last year. So yeah, I spent too much time doing things that I actually didn't want to do. That didn't bring value. But anyways, that will change this year. So this year's gonna be a great year, guys. I'm telling you. Let's mark this moment until the end of next year, December. I remember I said at the end of last year, December, from last year to next year, December. I'm saying it again. But yeah, anyways, we have this Wordmark. And if you have noticed, yeah, you have. Okay, wait, my screen is... Okay, so if you have noticed, I'm pretty sure after the launch of Brand Guideline, your subs will be... Thank you, Outlaw Sam. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to... I'm going to be making a lot of content to help designers create faster. So as long as I do that, I'm sure everything from there will grow. But yeah, the tools will definitely help designers, especially the updates. Guys, I'm so excited. If I keep talking about this, I'm going to be here for a long time. But anyways, thank you so much, Outlaw Sam. Really appreciate it. So if you've noticed, we finally have the tools. Akrivi Studio up here. We have Guideit, Presenter, and Guideit all here. Beautiful icons, all done. All ready to go. I think this is the first time opening Illustrator after I installed. Yeah, so all done, all ready to go. It's just so satisfying, guys. Like, I put so much into this. But anyways, I saw somebody's comment. Someone said, "What's taking you so long?" If you knew what, it's a lot. But yeah, we have all the tools, 5 generators. I'm also going to be sharing what I'm going to plan this year. What I plan to do by the end of this year, guys. It's going to be crazy. But there goes me again talking. But anyways, so we have the Wordmark, and I wanted to make this stream specifically because when this is available on Tuesday, creating a brand guidelines for a Wordmark is going to come up often. So there's going to be many different designers trying to do that, and it's a bit. I have to make it clear in this, so a lot of content's coming out. Sorry, yeah, I'm just excited. But anyways, okay, so we have the Wordmark here. Now let's just give it like a color. So I want this to feel very preemie. So now we're going to make a brand guideline from this. So if we go into brand assets, as you can see, if all of this is grouped, because when you're using Akrivi, every generator, there is some form of, when it comes to the logo stuff, you have to group things. So this is a Wordmark, so everything here is grouped. So the best template to use for a Wordmark is the signature template. The signature template I specifically designed. As you can see, it has this kind of flair over here. I specifically designed for a Wordmark because of how Wordmarks are used. When you have a Wordmark, it's typically going to be like you have your Wordmark, and then you would have a smaller version of the Wordmark, because it's going to have to be a smaller version of Wordmark, something that can work, something responsive. And that would either be like, let me just make a very quick example. That could be something like this. I know you probably see stuff like this sometimes, like when it's like cropped. Actually, on that note, yeah, it can be something like this where it's like cropped in. I don't think anyone should ever do something like this. That's so bad, you can't even see it. But it'd be something like that, or it would even be something like, I like this. I don't know what this is called. I think this is you know when you directly select stuff and you can like go into this shade, it isolates everything. I like this. Okay. Yeah, you see something like this. And mainly what I want to use for this example is something like this. So yeah, this is what you'll typically see with a Wordmark. You'll have the full version, and then you'll have the what would you call this? The secondary or minimalized or single version. So when you're making a Wordmark, it is compulsory a Wordmark will have this. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. But this is what we will have. And then when you click in brand assets, let's do let's use the template. So what we're going to do is first we're going to enter the brand assets, start with the brand name, and then we're going to do, what font would this work well with? I've got Times New Roman. Oh, okay. I need to make a note. Why? Because I have an idea for the next update, and it's two things actually. I'm gonna just say here anyways. The note is customer. So the note is to, wait, actually, let me. Okay. The note was to incorporate the update, not only for the, I don't know if I want to say it because I don't want to. Okay. Adding the, I forgot the other one I was going to write. What was the other one? I remember. Oh, I need to create an article. I love this. I love doing this. I actually weirdly like creating support form article, like documenting things. I don't know why. But anyways, okay, so we have the logo here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this color. We're going to add that there. And for the secondary, let's take something like, no, I want this one actually. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to add a lot more templates as well. And then you're going to start to see what works. So we have this. When we have the library of templates, the next update, yeah. Yeah, if people saw me, they'll probably think, you're crazy, man. Okay, the next, I forgot what I was gonna say. So we have selected the logo mark and the logo type. So now we've selected the logo mark and the logo type. The reason I've only selected those is because specifically for the Wordmark, we're only going to be using the signature template. This is the best and only template to use for Wordmarks. So that being said, you don't need to do full logo. You can see in the corner that is only, this is for like a Wordmark. So you don't need to use, you don't need to insert a full logo. Full logo is typically a combination logo, so it has a logo mark and a logo type. So now we've done that. If we go to brand assets, we can see we have our assets filled out, and then we're going to generate, and that was like 5 seconds. So now we have our brand guidelines. You can see that the logo mark has been cropped. Sorry, the compressed version has been cropped and it has been added within the corner of the page. So that being said, guys, I hope I haven't made any mistakes as well. I hope you'll be able to If I have, let me know. I can catch and always update. Okay, so when we have that, cool. Yeah, when we have that, that's it. I am so sorry, my mind went blank. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see all the I don't know what would I call this, the responsive version has been added there and broken down, and it's been allocated in places. And then we have this is one of my favorite pages as well, because it does some weird stuff. Like, how much time do you have to, like, why do we have to sit here and do this randomly to our logos? Doesn't make any sense. But I like this. It's cool. It's all done. You know what? Yeah, I want to do times new Roman regular, and let's apply that. Is it for the subtitle? Yeah, because the subtitle thing was bugging me. But yeah, this looks nice. This looks very nice. This actually looks like a real logo. Actually isn't. Okay, so we have this. Okay, we have it. That's it. So now what I want to do is, specifically when this is available, everything will be available. We have Guideit as well. So now we've created the brand guidelines. You can also make changes, go inside and make a color change, and you can hit apply changes. Now we have this page which says use Guideit to generate a construction grid. So we'll delete that, and now we can actually generate a construction grid. And to do that, I just go onto load grid generator and generate all. Okay, before I do that, I want to change some things. I think I've showed you. Oh, and also load grid generator is updated, so we have live sliders. So you just slide and it increases and decreases. One thing that I wanted to mention is if it crashes here, it's likely because of I'm streaming at the same time. It has never crashed whilst doing it. But yeah, I think that's just me being a disclaimer. But yeah, of course, if you have any issues, please let me know. Anyways, grid line sensitivity, I reduced the grid line sensitivity before I generate. So I've done that to reduce how many grid lines I get. And I mentioned circular trajectories. I'm personally not a big fan of circular trajectories. I'm not gonna sit here and just lie and say, yeah, like I did it because it works for geometric logo design. When I was deep into logo design, it really does help, but let you kind of realize it kind of just complicates things, and it doesn't always look nice when you're doing it. And when you're doing it, it is long. But yeah, I know this is important. I'm just not too much a big of a fan of showing it, but it's not really what you want. When you're presenting to a client, you want to show these things so they know that, oh, okay, like you're seeing the construction. But if I had the choice to do it, normally I actually just prefer the diagonal, horizontal and vertical grid lines. So now we've got that. Is there anything else I want to change? No, I just wanted to reduce the sensitivity for the grid lines, and then I'm going to generate. On that note, because there's actually nothing here, there is nothing really here to justify the diagonal line. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm actually just going to do these three: anchors, handles, outlines, grid lines. Oh, by the way, I believe the previous grid generator, when you click it, it goes dark. So it's like you've clicked it. But now instead, when you click it, it highlights like it's been activated instead of it looking like it's been clicked. This was to follow Adobe Illustrator's aesthetic. So when you click it, it's like it's been highlighted, it's been activated. So you might have to get used to that interface change. So I don't need grid lines, and I'm just going to generate that. So now I have this. This is one of my favorite parts of Akrivi Studio. So now what I can do is go into anchors, and I can scale it. I can scale it bigger, smaller, and larger. And then we have sorry, and then we have we can do the same with our handles. I have some updates as well that I'm going to incorporate in the handles and anchors and stuff. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And then outlines. Okay, I like to do outlines thin, but not too thin. I think that's about it. Wait, can I do this? Look, sometimes I don't even know if I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. So you want to deselect the selection so you can actually see what you're clicking. You can do that by pressing Shift, Alt, and A, I believe. That will deselect everything. So now just me scaling it, and as you can see, I've been doing this for a minute. I think just because it's so satisfying. And I want to do outlines. Actually, that's cool. Grid line, no, don't need grid line. It was anchors. Okay, something like this. Actually, no, I'll do like 3.3, 3.3. That looks cool. Maybe a bit bigger. No, actually, I'll do this, and then I would reduce this. 3.75. I've got another idea of an update. Oh, this looks clean. I don't know if it's too thin, but on my screen it does look good. 3.75. Yeah. Maybe just a bit bigger there. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks premium. Like if I was a client and a designer was to show me this, it would look, oh yeah, they know what they're doing. I trust them. So now I'm going to keep the weight. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, depending on the type of word mark you have, if you have like an what's the word, a calligraphy type of word mark, then it would be best to avoid doing grid lines, because there is a lot of natural shapes that don't have straight lines, so you don't really need grid lines. But I think with grid line sensitivity, you can put it on, I believe it's it might be level 2, where you'll get grid lines here, there. So like the base line of the logo, the cap height, I believe you would get it when you do that, but then you have to delete a few because it's become more sensitive. It will have a lot more diagonal stuff. But yeah, this is more necessary. You don't need to do that. So now we've got that. That's great. Now the final thing that I wanted to show in this, specifically when you're creating a brand guidelines for a word mark, was this page. So this page is, again, for the clear space. So, oh yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I've worked on so much. It's just so much for me to remember. So not specifically in this template, but there is other templates you would have to ungroup, and I've made a YouTube video that will come up next week as well, that you'll be able to see by the time you're seeing this in the playback. But after the 13th of January, the video would be called How to Create a Clear Space after generating a brand guidelines. And what it talks about is, I'll include that in the link in the description, but what it talks about is when you create a brand guideline, the logo mark and the logo tag will be grouped. And because it's grouped, you will then need to ungroup it before you create a clear space, because every tool I've created works by grouped logos. And if you don't do it, because it's been grouped before, because of when you was doing the logo selection during the brand assets upload, it will be all weird. So I've made that video. But anyways, because we're just doing this and there is no full logo, so there is no full logo which combines these two that is grouped, you can actually just simply open Guideit, if I'm not mistaken, and just generate straight away. But before we generate, so first with the logo mark, we can just click it, click generate, and we have the clear space grid, great, excellent. Perfect. Okay. So we have the clear space grid for the responsive version of the logo. And now when it comes to the full Wordmark, when it comes to the Wordmark, the exclusion zone setting, what you want to do is change this to one of the measurements. So I call these 3 measurements. I would call this just the logo mark, but I'll call these 3 measurements. Reason being, I don't believe it would even work. If you just leave it as logo mark, by default, this is what it will do. Obviously, you don't want that. So what you want to do is undo. Side note as well, your machine better be powerful, because when I've done testing, I've done it on many different machines. I've done it on about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 machines. 7 machines testing has been done on. Again, I'm not saying this is going to be perfect. I would be lying, but I just, again, looking forward to your feedback on things I can improve. And on that note, that's why I actually didn't include more than 6 brand guideline templates, because I know it's not going to be perfect. There's updates. There's going to be updates needed. If I fill this out, we could have literally made 50 brand guideline templates. Yeah, that would have been mad. If we made 50 brand guideline templates, and then if we realized that there was something wrong, then that would mean I would have to change everything in every single template. So that's why I just done 6. Nobody's actually even asked why isn't there more. I think people understand that. I think even if there was like 4, designs would have been fine with it. I think even if there was 2, it would have been like, okay, why is it only 2? 4, is that okay? Yeah. 6, is that okay? But the next 4 that I'm gonna release, that's gonna make this like, oh yeah, like, because I don't want to say too much now, but the next 4 or 2 that I'm gonna make is like, like when you're creating the brand guidelines, you will use this. It's gonna be crazy. And there's only currently it's gonna be like a whole library of templates. So you wouldn't buy a brand guideline template, but anyway, so we have this. Back to what I was saying with Guideit. So what you want to do with the logo mark or the responsive version, you want to have the logo mark setting. For the word mark, you want to choose one of the measurements, pixels, centimeters, or inches. Sorry guys, more like the icon version. I'm not too sure on what I said, but yeah, sorry, I'm not too sure what I said. I think I must have been speaking too much. Icon version. Yes, icon version. This is like the icon. Yes, exactly. The icon version. So for this, what you want to do is use one of the measurements. So let's say we do pixels. I've also made a video this morning on how to export clear space for any logo. And that talks about how to, so we have this and it looks all nice, but it's about okay, how we're going to use it. And I've made a video to show you how to export that. So when you use it or when you send it to a client, it has the clear space inside that really actually works. So it's just, yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite videos, even though it's like a 4-minute video, but it's one of my favorites because it's not nonsense. I'm not just like, it actually is helpful. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to click pixels, and I think it's going to be like 100 to, is it 100 to be the best? Yeah. So if you do like 100 pixels, then you get this clear space. Again, it depends on what you're doing, but then you have this page, and it just looks, yeah, like, I keep stopping, guys, because I'm like, I'm emotional. But here you have this. But yeah, guys, I put so much into this. So yeah, we have the logo mark and the word mark, and that's basically it. And then again, we have the bento page, but I'm not gonna really go into that. I've made another live stream when I'm showing how to make the full brand guide, and I'll show you how to go in. All you do is just go to the bento box, and then you just generate. You just generate. Very simple. But guys, yeah, I think I'm just, yeah, this stream wasn't going to be long. I'm always planning the stream. I even went to the shop and I came back and I realized, yeah, this is not going to be a long stream. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. So mainly what I wanted to show with this is using so let's recap. So when you're creating a template, so when you're creating a brand guidelines for a word mark, what you want to do is when you open guide it, you want to select your brand assets, upload it. You probably want to skip this and ensure that your selection looks like this. So you have your icon for the word mark, and then you have your full word mark. That's basically all you need for a word mark. And if I'm wrong, let me know. I've done a lot of thinking on this. And yeah, so when you do that, the best and only template to use is the signature template, if I'm going to be honest. That has the icon there that you can see. And then when you generate, you will get these results. Then you can go in your brand guidelines, make any changes. There was also something I was going to mention, I forgot. And then when it comes to these pages that prompt you to use other Akrivi tools, it will tell you to do it. And with this brand guidelines template, because it's just a word mark, it's pretty simple actually. Again, you can create your construction grid using logo grid generator. Very simple. And then clear space, creating a clear space on this is even more simple because the logo is not grouped compared to the combination. So you can just go in and just do this, do that. So yeah, that was about it. So ensure that you are using the signature template and nothing else. And if you have any problems, click the help center. And I've spent some time on creating these articles on helping you. I'm even going to create a handful more actually. So much documentation on any issues designers come across, anything you come across, I'm going to include it in here. Getting started, again, to help you with like your activation license keys and then how to use the tools, it's all here, and then any help and stuff. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. You know what, I'm going to show something before I go. If you're here live, it will probably be fun for you to see this. But this is the new website that is gonna be live. You'll probably see it soon. I have to think, is there anything that I haven't? No, I think it's almost about ready. You'll probably see it soon. By the time you're seeing this, you'll probably, if you're watching this playback, you'll see it. My monitor is quite big as well, so that's why it looks like there's so much space there. Yeah, so this is the website. Spent some time on this, and then you have all your things. Yeah, I've actually done some calculations on how much time and money you save. And what I realized, this is all real. Like, I even want to make a blog post about this and break down how much time and money people are saving. And what I realized yesterday actually is these numbers, I forgot, these are actually only for Guideit. This isn't including Gridit and Presenter, Bento Generator. But yeah, why did I want to show you this? I can't remember why I wanted to show you guys this. Oh, yes. So on the learn page, yeah, on this page as well, we're going to have, I'm going to put so much content. So I've organized everything. So now when you click on the tag, you should see everything. So every week, we're releasing blog posts and YouTube videos on specific topics. So you can just go to the learn page and you can learn about our tools, and then you can learn about logo and brand identity design. And then this is just me talking about brand identity design, automation. I have a few more blog posts, I don't know where they are, but yeah, this is still in the works, but it's almost going to be done. So yeah, if you want to learn anything specific about a tool, you can just go in and click it. So it works like a filter, so you can have none of it or you can have all of it. There's a lot more articles, I need to know where they are. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, so much went into this, and it's just, I can't even explain I told somebody the other this today, and he said, my friend, and he said, oh, you're free after. I said no, and it's not free. It's not being free. Like, oh no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. But yeah, the reason I'm saying is I can't explain how I'm feeling, how much I put into this, and finally it's ready, and I just want designers to use it. I just want you guys to use it. Yeah, and I'm not going to sit here for another hour and say that, but guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, I'm not active on Instagram, but yeah, feel free to check out the blogs to learn more, and this will be available on Tuesday the 13th of January. And if you're here, I will tell you the time early. You know, if you're here on the live streams, I give you some I don't know what to call it. I don't know. Some top secret stuff. It will be available at 9 a.m. GMT time. That's when it will be uploaded. I'll be up early as usual, and I'll make sure it's uploaded. Yeah, so be up. And there will also be there's almost 10,000 designs on the waitlist, and I'm creating 100 unique discount codes for Akrivi Studio. On launch day, I will drop I think I haven't already said that. I think I have said that in the email. But on launch day, I will drop the codes so you can use it. So as soon as it goes live, enter in the code. If you're not a subscriber, if you are, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But this is for new subscribers. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Nothing else for me to say. It's so good to see these tools all together. Guys, again, I put so much into this. So much has gone in behind this. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I must say. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, thank you so much. See you next week. See you next week, Friday. And have a great weekend.